Hey, it's lunch. What you in the mood for? Something crispy, something... What's that word? You know, like a spring breeze or something... Something starts with an F.
Frozen?
No.
Oh.
Fresh, fellas. The word is fresh. As in the 2024 Corvette E-Ray. Hello everyone, I'm DeLone Race Car and welcome to the show, and today we're going to be playing Forza Horizon 5, or more specifically, racing and driving the Corvette E-Ray. But before we do that, let's get better acquainted with it, yes? Now, let's take a look at this E-Ray, a supercar that pretty much oozes in that modern Corvette style with it being mid-engined. And I can pretty much get a sense that this thing is also meant for performance too. Or at least more specifically, something that a non-race driver can enjoy, you know? Yeah, I also do like that nice looking blue color with the white stripe. Well, even, okay, it's actually silver, but you get what I mean. That whole classic American racing style. And yeah, and if you don't believe me about the mid-engine part, I can pretty much open up the front part here, and you can pretty much see there is no engine. It's just the stuff where you put stuff in. The frunk is what people call it. Though, to be fair, that is sort of where the electric motor is located, since this thing is a hybrid. Hence the E of E-Ray, because of the electric part of it, you know? Yeah, but don't worry, the big party is still at the back of this thing. Yeah, I can put a zoom right here and take a nice fine view of this engine. Yeah, I can pretty much close this up here, and then we'd be greeted by the little Stingray emblem, if you can see right between those two stripes. Yeah, and if I know my history right, I believe that the father of Corvette originally wanted the car to be mid-engined, but too much like technical difficulties didn't make it happen at the time. Well, until like the next like 70 years, until the C8 Corvette was able to finally achieve his dream to make the car mid-engined. And yeah, I can say it's certainly worth it, because look what we have with this beauty here. I don't often say that for modern cars, but the Corvette E-Ray is definitely gorgeous to look at. Okay, but now I think it's time we get inside this car, yeah? Open her up and get inside. Yeah. Okay, let's just try to close the door without accidentally exiting the vehicle. Lovely. Okay, and here we are inside. I could pretty much get a feeling that I'm almost like in a race car with all that carbon fiber, and how it's almost very like similar to, or it's like, you know, other GM race cars, like, you know, like the C6 Corvette, or even the C7R race car, or even that Cadillac race car that I did some time ago in this very game. But yeah, let's just turn it on and see how we look and sound here. Pretty decent. And yeah, I can put almost like it is kind of like almost like a race car. Yeah, but okay, I think there's enough talk. Let's head out the road, yeah? Okay, here we are in game, and it seems that time has flown because it's nighttime now. But don't worry, the race will be set in the day, so you can still see this car in its glory. Alright, but let me just pull in somewhere just to sort of see what this car is kind of like in game. At least, you know, for, you know, as we can see here, and also take a look at the inside, yeah? And how it will look like if I would be driving this very thing. You can see, since it's nighttime, you can pretty much see all like the buttons and all its little interior lights up. And of course, obviously, how could I forget the display here of the gauge? And yeah, I can see it almost kind of like a track day performance thing, because you can see like you know, the digital style gauge, and you can even see that little graph of the G-force thing, and just to kind of see it in action, let's sort of pull this thing out now. Yeah, you can see it sort of the little dot there dancing around. Yeah, and when I'm driving here, and even took a hard break, you can see it's going all crazy there. Okay, now let's get back to a camera view I am comfortable with. Here we go. Hello there, bus. Yeah, good thing I pulled off the side of the road. Yeah. Okay, let's do a little revving, yeah? This thing certainly hauls because of all the power being on 4 wheels. As far as when it comes to driving this thing, especially when I was practicing earlier, you know, I mean, the car definitely sounds different. I mean, it sure still sounds meaty, but also different. Probably because I'm still used to like the style of what the C6 or the C7 had, you know, with a much more aggressive engine tone. But still, it sounds pretty decent. Although, keep in mind, I mean, what you hear in a racing game may be different to how the car actually sounds like in real life. As for driving it, I mean, it so far, this particular one drives pretty good. I'm not sure because of it being mid-engine, the car is a little bit more balanced. I mean, it might be balanced, but I mean, of course, it doesn't have a 50-50 weight ratio. Last time I checked on it, but yeah, I mean, compared to like some of the other like Corvettes, I mean, this one drives pretty nice and well and all that. Okay then. Okay, I'm gonna be on my way to the destination of where our race is, and I will skip this part because it is quite a bit of a drive. I'll see you over there. Okay, here we are, and we're going to be doing a 2-lap circuit race around a custom-made route that I've put together myself that I like to call the Breezer Ring. And as you can sort of see, I've made 2 different versions. One, we can pretty much use any car you want, and another one, we can pretty much use cars that were made in the 2020s. And I'm going to be using this one because, hey, fresh new circuit, using fresh cars, eh? Okay, arriving to the grid now. Here's hoping this race will be like a nice fresh spring breeze, hey? Okay, let's do some racing now. Okay, here we go. And we are off on the Breezer Ring. You would say it's like my homemade version of the Nürburgring, but a little bit differently. Now, this circuit may have some nice flowy turns and may be great for some high-speed performance, but may be questionable when it comes to overtaking. But let's see how I do when it comes to overtaking as the race goes. Just gotta make sure that that I see an opportunity and jump on it. Even if I may have turned off the jump damage, I still want to try to find a nice clean race with minimum collisions as I can. I guess while I'll try to overtake the competition, I'll just try to stay locked and loaded as I can. Of course, I don't know how some of these creators do it when it comes to both racing and commenting at the same time. I mean, sure, throughout, you know, my past few videos I have done alright, but not exactly perfect compared to some of the other bigger name racing game creators. Okay, that wasn't so bad so far. Currently in 4th. still got a lot of work to do. Of course, this is a pretty big circuit, but only doing 2 laps, so I still got some race time left. Okay, took 3rd. Hey, at least you can say that these the AI drivers are certainly giving me a run for my money, especially on this homemade circuit. Okay, did a little race to the jungle. Now a couple of farmland before our next big turn. Nice sharp landing return. Alright. Nice and easy. Dying collisions. I like it. Okay, now we're up on this little roundabout right here. But theoretically, you could probably make a nice big drift around it. It's all good. Okay, that was a bit of a hard-fought first lap. Now all we have is 1 more point to go on the final lap. Taking here, maybe not, maybe so. Or whatever I was trying to say. Ooh, nice. We got him. We're now leading the race. Okay, now that we've got some breathing space, let's talk about this car now. The Chevy Corvette E-Ray is an all-wheel drive hybrid of the C8 Corvette Stingray, the first of its kind. This car is powered by an all-natural 6.2-liter V8 engine with the electric engine to power the front wheels, making a combining 645 horsepower. And a unique feature about this car that I find interesting is that it's got an all-electric system, with it obviously a hybrid, where that's called the stealth mode, which is, you know, like I said, it's an all-electric mode where it allows quiet driving, good for like making sneaky entrances or to navigate a quiet area. And while I think it only works during like lower speeds, it is kind of a nice little feature so that you won't be able to rude awaken the neighbors in the morning and be that jackass in the Corvette. No offense. And like what I was trying to describe earlier in this video, this car has some track day features that you can maximize and master your driving performance on both the road and the track. And some of you might also know this, but the Corvette E-Ray is also one of the cars on the cover of the Forza Motorsport reboot, alongside with the Cadillac LMP race car. Okay, into the jungle once more. Just a couple corners to go. Just that second big turn, like the one at the other end of the circuit, and that big roundabout here. Okay, here we go. Ooh, a little show up there, but don't want to get too cocky now. As we're coming on to the final stretch of the race. No easy breezy race, but we're crossing the line to take the victory. Ah, wow. It may be like a nice breezy circuit when I was practicing, but when it comes to racing, whew, that whole different level of whole level of skill and whatever I was trying to say. I'm like lost for words. Oh, goodness me. Well, guys, from a tight race like this, it's only fair if we treat ourselves with some action shots from the race replay. And that's gonna do it for the video, guys. I will admit this was a race where nobody wanted to back down, but the Corvette E-Ray and my driving abilities did its thing to come up on top in the end. And who knows, maybe I just proved some doubters wrong who think all I do is make videos of older cars. There's nothing wrong with the more newer stuff, especially when it comes to their modern technologies and innovations. But anyways, guys, I've done my part. This was a lone race car, and I'll see you in another one.